guys, I didn't get to show you guys the room, and I'm getting ready to leave to go to the Arctic Shuttle, so cutest little twin bed, very, very comfortable recliner, and cute little bathroom and such. Like, couldn't beat it. All right, I can't believe this, but we're actually heading south today now. Since I've actually made it all the way to Deadhorse, I guess it's time to go home. Which home is like, I don't know, it's like 7,000 miles right now. And I can't believe I have to do all of this Dalton Highway again. But it'll be okay. Like, definitely the second day up was the harder of the two, and I know what to expect now for all these crazy ass construction zones. So, but first plan of business is to get to the Deadhorse camp. Now you have to book the Deadhorse camp's shuttle to the Arctic in advance. I think it had to be like confirmed 24 hours in advance. I don't know if how much further or how much less time you could book it in advance, but I know it had to be at least confirmed 24 hours in advance. So it was only like $80, but I really want to swim in the Arctic Ocean, since I don't know the next time I'll be all the way up this direction. So, but yeah, this is at the Deadhorse camp. So heading there first, so to take the Arctic Shuttle. We'll see how it goes. And this road is just wild up here. I know they made it for trucks, I get it, but it is definitely something.
Ride a motorcycle with me.
Alright, I guess I'll go look. Alright, time for the Arctic Shuttle.
Yeah, they do that. It was full, 2 million barrels per day. The Alaska, I'd say that might be a long tail duck. It's a long tail. Yeah, once we're on the oil field, I can't quite stop like this. I'm not supposed to stop because there's... Here's some Pacific Loons on the left side. Quite a few over there, actually. We're almost up there. Almost made it to the Arctic Ocean. North Pole is out there another 1,200 miles. Out here over the water. And this is the rest of this is Prudhoe Bay right here. I don't see any ice out there today. How many miles above the Arctic Circle? Let me think here. About that off.
Oh my god, they're so cute. Oh, run away!
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
Please say it.
All right, here it is. Arctic Ocean. I'm going in. And now to go home. Oh, this will be a long day. Alright, the good news is today's weather so far is going to be probably pretty good. Again, I just have to worry about the construction zones, but now being a little bit more mentally prepared on what I'll be against, I think it'll be okay. But I hate that I'm leaving later than I normally do. I normally leave as early as I get up, but the Arctic Shuttle was totally worth being later than expected. So hopefully, as long as everything goes as planned, I should be able to make it back to Wiseman by like dinner time. That's the plan. Really am getting used to this road, which I didn't think I was going to be necessarily as comfortable, but now knowing what I'm up against on the way back, I'm going a little bit faster, but not really a lot. I'm still traveling most of this thing at like 45 miles an hour. I know these guys really like pushing it, but I feel like that gives me enough time to really accommodate for some of the variances in this really ridiculous road. But it's gorgeous. Bumpy and gorgeous. Alright, so I think this is like Happy Valley, which apparently this was like the original site of like the pipeline's actual construction. Like this is where they put like the camp for that. I guess it's also really good for just regular camping, and there's like an airstrip here, so I don't know. But it definitely seems to be a thing. So either way, Happy Valley. right, so far, today has gone really, really well. I do still hate these construction-y zones because that's where also all the vehicles pile up. And I really don't like vehicles behind me during some of this because some of them just don't know how to freaking follow. I don't know. It's actually really concerning because they put the motorcycles out front, which is great to a certain degree, but I like to give a decent following distance. But then the car behind me is like on my fucking ass again. Sorry, I will only go like 45 miles an hour through some of this because, listen, it's freaking rough. Any faster, I feel not as control of this bike. So here we are. But the construction zones, I'll still put these in like an extra video or something like that. Look at that Alaska pipeline. Isn't that wild to see that literally is going all the way down to like Valdez? It's wild to think that it's like 1,000 miles long. And it just pumps crude oil, I guess. Yeah, it's wild. And here we are. Just so much rough road. But again, I also really appreciate what these guys out here are doing because it's surely going to make travel for most people significantly easier. I know back in the day, the haul road was significantly less well kept. Not that I can say that this truly is well kept, but I could imagine it being a lot worse, especially that first day and seeing how rough that road is all the way up to Wiseman. But I guess that's also because so many people travel it and it's not really meant for the type of travel it does. Oh, look at all the people ready to go for that. Lucky, you guys have fun. But at least after the construction zones, it does get a little bit easier, but here we are. All right, and then Tulik, which I knew that this is like some kind of research station. I don't know if they're still really doing a lot of research up here, but I know you're supposed to avoid the research sites and such, but there's nothing really up here. I don't know how I'm supposed to avoid anything when I can't really see anything. I'll never know how to pronounce any of these things, but I guess this is from like where there was like a glacier lake at one point, where it was like all across the Adigan Valley, and like the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge is on the other side of this, but like the Galbraith, I don't know. Either way, there's also a lot of camping apparently out here. I do kind of wish I just camped this whole thing, but I also know that it would have been so much more weight on this bike to come up all of the Dalton with that extra weight and all of my traveling with all that extra camping gear, and it would have taken me longer than the month to complete this trip. So As much as there's so much beautiful camping sites here, I just didn't do it this time. Definitely next time. All right, so while I take my lunch break and drink my warm energy drink, let's talk about the worst part of the Dalton Highway. It's not the highway itself. This tastes like sunscreen. The worst part is the construction zones. I mean, hell, the freaking flagger lady, she was super nice, but she's like, we put you guys right behind the pilot car so we can see when you go down. I'm like, lady, don't even put that in the universe. But reality is if you go down, that's going to be where it's at, because the rest of the road is not that bad. Now, the pass can be a little bit, which I'm going to go through that again soon, because it's really, really loose gravel and really, really steep, and with the big old trucks, that's another story. But these construction zones, everything is so wetted down because they definitely want to keep their dust out, which I totally get. But they spray everything and it makes everything just so super mucky. And the tracks were like, what was existing were super deep. The guy in front of me, who has plenty of riding experience too, also on a Pan America, almost even went down. Now I know the guys yesterday, at the dozen of them, 3 of them went down during that. And not gonna lie, I'm not surprised. That is not, I mean, I am very novice still to off-road riding. I'm very novice to even dirt roads and gravel roads because it's not normally my jam. Florida doesn't have a lot of those, or at least not that I'm typically on. So either way, whether it be lack of experience, I think they're that terrible, or they are that terrible, I don't know. You'll be the judge. I'm gonna go ahead and upload a video of just the construction zone and tell me what you think, because today riding through it was a little bit better than yesterday. Yesterday was way worse. I don't know if that's because maybe I already knew what was going on, or if they've done enough construction overnight that it made it a little easier, which I kind of think it's the latter. Because believe me, I was nervous as hell going in, knowing what I was up against. But either way, I'm getting eaten alive. I will upload this video, guys, and you tell me what you think. And to conquer Attican Pass again, which is crazy because this is like the freaking Continental Divide and it's like 5,000 feet. As somebody that lives not even 100 feet above sea level, this is just crazy to me to even see this. But it's also a huge reason for some of the storms is how it like blocks the weather. So we shall see. I haven't seen any other critters in this area, but there's supposed to be sheep, and I've not seen any freaking sheep, and I was hoping to. I don't think I'm ever gonna stop being mesmerized by these views. It's crazy. All the green is actually green and all the blue is actually blue up here, and I don't know, especially when there's less vehicles around, it is just stunning. All right, I think we are coming up to the Chandelar River, the Chandelar Shelf, I guess. There's definitely some steep mountains up in this area, and a lot of those things that say like avalanche zones and such. But I'm so thankful to not be here during like winter, when I'm sure that would be a lot more dangerous. Alright, I've made it back to Wiseman for the night and gonna crash at the Boreal Lodging again since it was so awesome. Again, check them out. Thanks for watching. I'll be heading further south tomorrow.